Hey, you guys, welcome to my Wisdom Wednesday, where I hope to inspire you to become a better version of who you were yesterday. So, my name is Christine Bongiovanni-Stiff. I am a certified life coach, and today I am going to talk about love and relationship dependence. And I am going to be super open and vulnerable today because I am speaking today about the niche that I picked, oh gosh, about a year ago. Maybe not quite that long. Well, actually, it was over a year ago when I decided that I was going to become a life coach. This was where I wanted to specialize. And my niche is really me. I have been working on this in myself. When I finally got to a point in my life where I kind of figured out what my problem was. Trust me, I have a lot of problems, but this, I feel like for me, is kind of the root of my all of my problems, and how all of my problems, or the reason why all of my problems manifest themselves. And so today, what I want to do is I want to talk a little bit about what that looks like. So this year, as I'm kind of feeling around for what feels right with my business and the niche that I have chosen, I just want to say, first of all, that I do help people with every and any problem that they have going on in their life. And honestly, a whole lot of my clients initially started, when I initially started coaching, were weight loss clients, people who wanted to lose weight. And that's primarily because they identify me with that, because I had a business of 30 years where I coached athletes, and I helped them to learn how to eat for performance, to lose body fat, and how to train and all of that. So that's kind of my what people look at me as specializing in. And so, with that, I have taken all of that wisdom and knowledge, and I totally love talking about nutrition and healthy lifestyle, because I am truly obsessed with it. I love learning all there is to learn about nutrition and our bodies. Honestly, really, our bodies and how magnificent they are. And now, really helping you to incorporate the most amazing organ in our body, which is our brain. And so, in my journey of life, I've struggled with a whole lot of things. And once I stopped training athletes, I started this journey of where was I going to go next in my life. And part of that journey really was me dealing with things in my life, problems that I was having in my life. And it was really about my past, and how I had done all these things to become a better person. And I just still was holding on to all of this stuff from my past. And so, love and relationship dependence is really kind of just a term that I have found to kind of categorize some of the problems that I have had throughout my life. And it really manifests in your childhood. It can manifest anytime, but I really feel like for the people that I am reaching out to, it's manifesting very early in their life. And so, with that, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I am looking for 10 people to run through a questionnaire that I have. And those 10 people, I want them to fit perfectly, whatever perfect looks like, right, into my niche. And it's been super eye-opening to me as I've gone through these 10 people that I'm not alone. Like, when I came up with this niche, I was like, I don't know, will I be able to attract people? Is there other people that really deal with this problem? And it has just been amazing to be able to have people run through the questionnaire and know, one, that I'm not alone, that there are so many people out there struggling with this, and they're they are strong, driven, passionate people that um, are super proud and not wanting to admit that they have any problems. They actually are living like this double life where they're this one person out in the world, and they've got all these hidden secrets that they take home with them. And hidden secrets, friends, I want to tell you that these aren't, these can range in so hidden secrets could be, that you lied to somebody yesterday and you don't want anybody to know, but they can be so many things. So many people think that, oh, I wasn't a drug addict, or, I didn't have all this huge trauma. Uh, but it, whatever it means to you, if it's holding you back, that's what it is. And so a lot of people don't talk about it. They're just out in the world killing it and just hiding this whole other part of themselves. And so as I have been getting people who have been amazingly brave and been willing to go through the questionnaire, they are fitting like perfectly. And obviously this is a small sample of people, but they're fitting perfectly into my questionnaire, which makes me feel so awesome, because it's really on my heart, been put on my heart to help other people, so that one, to start with, that, maybe I can help them overcome this obstacle in their life and help them to teach the next generation how to not get into these same obstacles, and eventually to get to younger and younger people so that they know their value without even coming into these obstacles that I'm going to talk about. And so, yeah, that's what I'm talking about today. And really, the lesson today is to just throw out some questions to help you decide whether you fit into this, and to help you maybe see some of the things that you might be struggling with in your life, and to help you maybe have some insight as to how you show up in the world and why you show up the way that you show up in the world. Um, and then what I'm going to say is I'm going to just, I think I have like 6, maybe 7 questions that are just a sampling of the questions that I have been running these people through and want to run a full 10 people through. And if any of these questions, and I guess I'm going to say, if you feel like you say yes to a majority of these questions, if not all, I would love it for you if you just sent me an email. My email is in the notes of this video. Send me an email and I would love to run you through the questionnaire. So I have 4 more people that I want to run through this questionnaire, and I have a great prize for you if you do. I have 2 prizes. One prize if you just go through the questionnaire, and then an even more amazing prize if you actually fit into my niche perfectly. I have a great gift that I want to give to you. So Here are some of the questions, and just listen closely. And what I want you to also do when you're listening to these questions is listen with an open mind. I can feel when I'm asking people these questions that they are afraid of what I'm going to think of them if they answer it a certain way. And what I want to remind you is that my avatar is me, and my goal is to help everyone that's struggling with this to get out of it, to recognize it, and to just like drop the weight that they are carrying around and just be their true amazing selves at home and out in the world, and to be proud of that. So think about it from an open perspective. Nobody is judging you. And remember, if you're feeling judged, that is a reflection of you, right? So when I am thinking they're judging me, the truth is that I'm judging myself. So, like, if I say something and I'm defensive, I'm thinking that they're judging me, that is just a reflection of me. Okay. And if that other person is judging you, like if I were judging you, that is my problem, right? Not yours. That's a problem within me. There is no reason for me to judge you because my goal is to help you. Okay. So, some of the questions. And again, this is just a sample of the questions. There's so many more. And if you're even just curious if this might be something, this love and relationship dependence, if you think this might be something that you might struggle with, um, send me an email and let's hop on a call and find out. And then after I run through these questions, I'm going to give you kind of a peek into some of the things that you might be doing that you don't even realize you're doing because they've been like your normal behavior your whole life. So, question number one: do you feel like you have hidden pain? And what that means to me, and to understand that for you, hidden pain meaning like you're hurting over things, but nobody else knows. Like you're hiding it from everybody else. Maybe you've leaked it to a few people, but you haven't, because you have this outer facade of being this like home run hitter, right? So why would you expose that you have a hidden pain? Are you afraid to trust anyone in a relationship? Think about that. Do you have trust issues? I had huge trust issues. And the amazing thing is that now I, t- I shouldn't say I totally don't, but pretty much I don't. I allow people to be who they are. I trust them. And, if they do something that proves that they're not trustworthy, then that's okay. It's not a big deal. Um, do you have an intense need to control yourself, others, and your circumstances? This was a huge thing for me because I didn't realize that I was doing it. I had no idea that I was doing it, but I was definitely, I guess I kind of knew I was controlling myself. I was setting situations, like even with diet, I was controlling what I ate. And then controlling others, you may have no clue that you're controlling others, but if you're expecting them to show up a certain way, you want them to do things, you have basically a manual for them, you're controlling them. You're not allowing them to just be who they are. And controlling your circumstances is really just wanting to take whatever circumstance you are in and possibly change it so that it works for you. Um, Next question: would you say that you have an existence of a secret double life? And that was what I was talking about earlier. Like you have, and secret double life sounds very 007 type, but but basically that you're hiding a whole lot of stuff from everybody else. You feel like if they knew these things about you, like if you opened Pandora's box, that, oh my gosh, they're going to judge you. They're going to think less of you, all of these things. Next question, do or have you had a presence of a compulsive or addictive behavior? And again, that doesn't need to be something like drug addiction, though it could be, um, OCD, though it could be, but have you had an obsessive compulsive addictive behavior? Do you have inner rage over lack of nurturing or early abandonment? And that is kind of what I was talking about in the beginning. Inner rage might sound a little extreme, but just like annoyance, anger, wishing that things had been differently. If my life had been different, I would be so much different now, like constantly thinking about those things. If I hadn't done that, or if they hadn't done this, I could be a different person right now. And last question, have you ever felt depressed? And so the last thing that I was going to talk about is how this manifests in your life. You might look at your relationships. Do you, like with the trusting thing, you might not have a whole lot of friends, which honestly, I think society puts too much emphasis on how many friends we have. I always felt like, oh my gosh, I don't have this whole party of friends. And that's okay. Like for me, I don't need a whole party of friends. I am okay with a few close friends. But honestly, I didn't have a whole lot of that either because I didn't trust them. And I didn't want to be open and vulnerable with them. And so there was like this layer of distance. I was protecting myself. Um, and then other relationships that are really close, like a marital or a partner relationship, what does that look like? Like if it's been a long-term relationship, can you remember days where it was just seemingly amazing? And then now, not so amazing. And are you trying to control that relationship? And then the obsessive, like you're super obsessive about things. Do you procrastinate a lot? You don't trust yourself. That's kind of what procrastination is, not trusting yourself. So not only do you not trust others, you don't trust yourself to do the things that you say you're going to do. That's why you procrastinate. And so that's what I have for you today. And hopefully this was actually a learning experience for you all. It was maybe somebody in your life kind of fits some of these profile questions that I have given you today. And even if you know somebody that's constantly talking about their past, and that would be somebody that fits into my niche. So that's what I have for you. You guys, I appreciate you listening and allowing me to be comfortable to open up about this. And I am going to be super honest that the amazing people that have gone through this questionnaire with me have really allowed and helped me to become bold. And as I acquire more people that I can help, I know that they're going to empower me to become more bold about all of the struggles that I have had in my life and continue to have in my life as I walk through this journey of becoming the best version of myself as I can. So a couple things: you can sign up for a discovery session. In the notes, you can send me an email, and let's get on the schedule and let's talk. Let me get you through the questionnaire. Or you can also subscribe to my email newsletter, where a couple times a week I just send out some handy tips. So, you guys, I love you lots, and I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Ciao.